Chondra. Having coffee with Chondra this morning and coming out of the heartland. It is, I was going to say bright and early on a Wednesday. It's not so bright, but it is early. I hope everybody's doing well out there today, and we're halfway through the week almost. I just want to talk about everybody's brains this morning, how to keep them young. We all need that. We all need a little help with our brains, I think. There are actually, well, more than two, but I'm going to mention two things that actually cause your brain to kind of just stay stagnant. And the first one actually prematurely ages your brain. And I'm sure everyone can guess, because we all have this in our lives to varying extents. Stress. So much stress. Every aspect. And it, you know, we all have coping mechanisms for that, but we all have it in some form or another. That prematurely ages your brain. So if you're in a stressful situation, get out of it if you can. If you're in a stressful relationship or job, it is not worth it in the long run, because it's your health and your life. So I just wanted to mention that. And also, complacency or monotony. Morning, Tracy. Complacency or monotony doesn't age your brain, but it does not help it grow. And anytime you're not growing, you're kind of going backwards. So be unpredictable. Do things that your brain is not expecting. Hey, Jackie. Morning, Jill. So I'm going to go through 10 things that will help your brain stay young. And there are many more, but I'm going to just go through these. The first one is learn a new language. And that sounds like a daunting task for me as well. I know a little bit of German and less Spanish. So I don't think I'm bilingual at all. But actually, there have been times hey Carla! I've tried to learn, again, that word try. I didn't do it because I tried and then I failed. But I've listened to Spanish, you know, how to speak Spanish. You can listen to tons of videos on YouTube how to learn different languages. And even if you're picking up a little, you're helping your brain grow and stretch and stay younger. Good morning, Julie, Mike. How are you guys? So the second way you can help your brain grow younger or maintain being young is to learn a new instrument. And I don't care how old you are, it doesn't matter. It could be any age. I was going to check and see. I don't know how many musicians we have. I know Mike plays the saxophone, or he used to. But it doesn't matter. I mean, I wouldn't go for probably the kazoo or something, but the act of physically using an instrument to make music combined with what you're doing mentally is seriously a magical combination. We don't even know how all music affects our brains. We do to a certain extent. I mean, it can unlock the brain of an Alzheimer's patient. Those that are autistic. I mean, there's music therapy. It's amazing. So that makes sense that would help to keep your brain young. It's an amazing tool. So just be creative. That doesn't mean you have to be good at it. Just have fun. You can play the guitar or pick up a keyboard. They have them secondhand all over the place. Whatever fits your fancy. Pick up the banjo. Do a little deliverance music. No, I'm just kidding. I actually love the banjo and I want to learn it. I just maybe I'll start with a ukulele. It's a little smaller. Okay, number 3. Third way to keep your brain young. Get lost. And, I mean, you have to be a little bit more careful with this one. Make sure you're in a safe area. And make sure that getting lost doesn't cause you more stress, because if you are in a hurry to get somewhere, you know, finding your way out of a place you don't know is not a very good idea. I actually got lost once. It was years ago in Paris. It was, I would say, more stressful than brain growing. I think I was with 2 other people. And in Paris, I'm going to tell you, the roads are not on a grid system. It is like a wagon wheel. So if you go around the block, you don't necessarily come out where you started. You don't come out where you started. Coupled with the fact that, you know, everything's in French. And you don't know where you're going. We actually had a performance to get back for at a specific time. So had to get back. I don't even think we had the name of our hotel. Which, if you're traveling, especially in a foreign country, here's a tip. Keep the name of your hotel with you. At least if you have that, you can grab a taxi or a cab and give your hotel name and get back to it. So maybe that's not the kind of getting lost. I mean, it was an interesting time, made for a good story, but yeah. Go to a place that you know you'll be able to have time to navigate out of, and it stirs up parts of your brain you don't use all the time. Another way to keep your brain young, and I'm bringing all these up because the more we use our brains, the more we can apply things that we learn in life and in business and do it effectively. And also just be more of a vital person most of our lives. All of our lives, if we can. So number 4 is volunteer. And that's good for a myriad of reasons. But it does stretch your brain in getting into situations that you aren't used to being in. It might make you a little uncomfortable. You meet new people. And then you're growing your support system still, which is all good for you emotionally and physically with your brain. Helps you broaden your circle of friends. Here's the biggest one, and this applies to pretty much everything. It's kind of the umbrella. Get uncomfortable. This is a little uncomfortable for me certain days, although it has made me step up my getting ready game in the morning, because I realize people will be seeing me, so I put a little more effort toward that. That is a positive, trust me. But get uncomfortable. Do something that you do not like to do. One thing I really don't like to do very much is talk on the phone. Even if it's somebody I know, but you know, if somebody's calling me and I see that I don't know that number, I think there are some other people out there like this. I don't answer it. I'll listen to voicemail and then email them or text them back. So that's something I should work on. Make yourself uncomfortable. However that might be to you. Because everybody has different ways that they have become complacent in life. And we all do. We get in our routine. Maybe just changing up your routine would make you uncomfortable. Especially those with, and I don't recommend this with, you know, people that are autistic and things like that, that their routine is vital to them. But, you know, just switching up some different things. Another way to keep your brain healthy and your body healthy, get physical. That just keeps your blood flowing. The circulation is really, I was going to say the lifeblood, that's a pun intended. But you really need that to stay vital as long as you can. And I know some people on here actually that are watching have begun exercise regimens recently. I have begun one recently, and sometimes you just have to kick yourself in the butt to get going, but it's worth it in the end for your brain and your body. Another one is playing challenging or new games. And this could even be, I think, playing along on TV. I know some people like to watch Wheel of Fortune, and, you know, those are thought-provoking. Jeopardy! I think Jeopardy is still on. It's been on forever. But board games, I know we were out one night, and some friends of mine and I were actually playing Heads Up. It's the game Ellen made popular. And just, they seem silly, but they make your brain grow and work in ways that it's not used to working. Morning, Amy. Helps your brain fire synapses and create new ones, actually. All of these things do. So if you can regrow different connections, that's amazing. The brain is amazing. What can I say? I'm impressed. Another way to keep your brain young. Take classes. It could be a class online. It could be, it could be pretty informal. It doesn't have to be going to the college, the local community college. Morning, Amber. Could be any sort of class. Amber knows all about classes. She promotes that all the time. But it could be, I listen to webinars a lot. My friend Adam listens to podcasts all the time. And I am not kidding when I say all the time. He told me one time he listens to them even when he goes to bed because he's so behind on the ones he wants to listen to that he has to. That's a lot of podcasts. But I listen to a ton of webinars, and the ones that I don't get to, I save in a YouTube playlist for myself so I can go and catch the ones that I want to watch. And actually, I didn't think about this, but in addition to taking classes, teaching classes, because believe you me, you learn the most when you are teaching, and I have figured that out. A couple years ago, my mom asked my younger sister Tasha and I at our Iowa State Conference for Church to teach the adult class. How terrifying. That was very uncomfortable for me, but I did it. It's gotten easier, but it was very nerve-wracking. That made me put myself into a different gear because I was going to be teaching the class, and I better know what I'm talking about. And so you have to do a lot of research for 1 hour class. You could do, I don't even know how many hours of research. It depends on your topic. So teach also if you can, and it could be teaching, like I know Amber teaches dance. It could be whatever your interest is in. Excuse me. Teach, take classes, learn. Number 9 is embrace new technology. And, change is hard for everyone, but like I said, getting uncomfortable is kind of the name of the game here. So embrace technology. If I don't know what I'm doing, which honestly is 90% of the time, I Google it, and then somebody out there has made instructions to do whatever I want to do. So I follow the instructions, and I learn how to use that new thing, whether it's adding a button in my website, or what are some things I've done recently? Changing thumbnails on the website, or creating different links in a blog so it takes you to the right place, or viewing analytics so you can see what is happening on all of your sites, or even hooking up your TV. I mean, we are flooded with digital everything now, so embrace it. It's not going away. there's just more, so might as well not fight it. I know when my mom first started 911 dispatching, she was not very adept at using the computer. And Mary D. Miller keeps reminding me, and it's a good reminder, that although my mom was very uncomfortable with that, she learned how to use multiple computers at once, answer the phone, have a couple of phone conversations going on, have multiple screens up. That is called embracing technology, people. And she wasn't 20 years old either. I don't know how old she was when she started doing that. But mid-40s maybe? I'm not sure. I'll have to ask. The last thing is just, again, kind of general, but keep opening new doorways. Think of different ways you can stretch your brain and learn, and because really what I've mentioned is the tip of the iceberg. There's so many things that you could do, and so many ways that you could help keep your brain young. And I don't mean just like by taking supplements. I mean actively doing something to help grow new synapses. Your brain is endlessly curious. And what I've found, the more you learn, the more you want to learn, and the more you want to know. And you learn about one thing and it kind of shoots you in another direction. I go on tangents all the time. But it shoots you in another direction. Oh, I never thought about that. I wonder how this could tie in with that. And I want to learn about that topic a little bit now. And it's just kind of never ending. And we have never been in a situation in the world like we have been now, where literally, and I know that is the most overused word, but I am saying it for this instance, literally, information is at your fingertips. You can find out about whatever you want, and some things you don't want. It's all out there. So there's no excuse, really. It's just you putting yourself out there and doing it, becoming uncomfortable. So keep your brain young. That's my advice to you today. I think it's a good idea. Oh, I should say in passing, my grandmother just turned 95 last month, which is a pretty amazing feat in and of itself. But she has really kept her brain young by reading. She was highly involved in music in the earlier years. I mean, she couldn't recently because of physical issues, but she played the string bass and the piano. Actually, she played everything. She played the accordion, but I think she could play any instrument because she taught it. And like I said, I'm promoting music again because it does amazing things to your brain. But she also did, I don't think she really does anymore because of her vision, but crossword puzzles. Like I said, read all the time, including various magazines that she probably still receives, cookbooks from around the world, various religious magazines and books, gardening, you name the topic, she has a book on it or is getting a magazine subscription about it. So take advice from those that have stayed vital so long to keep stretching yourself. And that's all I had for you today. Hope everybody has a great day, and if you enjoyed any part of this, like, comment, share. You can check it out on my YouTube channel. Just search Chondra Rankin. I also have a link on my website, which is chandrarankin.com. So many ways to get to it. So many ways. And you can see the old ones that I have already recorded as well. So, everybody have an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.